Hello. Oh, I don't even know what day it is. Thursday. It's Thursday today. I do know what day it is. I'm just being silly. Um, I'm sick. I've had this terrible cough that woke me up just kind of hacking earlier this morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. It was terrible. It's the kind where you have that tickle in your throat, and so you kind of want to cough loudly, but then in doing that, it makes you sound terrible, and everyone kind of looks at you awful. So I haven't been trying to be in public that much, and luckily I don't have a lot of work, so that's worked out pretty good. I'm out and about. I'm about to go into Target, and I'm looking for Ginger's birthday present because her birthday is tomorrow. And I had mentioned that we had a little party for my mom. Well, my mom and Ginger have the same birthday. It was pretty cool when Ginger was born. I actually went in on this day 11 years ago, and I thought that I was just going to be tested for like my amniotic fluid because there were some little symptoms that I was having preeclampsia. So I went in, and I hadn't eaten that morning because I was thinking like, oh, we're just going to come back and I'll eat something. So I remember going in, and they were like, oh no, you're just going to stay in and we're going to induce you, because I think I was about 2 weeks late with Miss Ginger. So they induced me, and that took the whole day, and I was starving. And I remember that everyone came to visit me, all these people throughout the day. Oh, and we'd alerted my mom when I went into the hospital, and she was all the way in California, waiting with her suitcase packed. She was a teacher. She was waiting at school to come on the plane so that she could be there. So we call her in the morning. She gets on the plane. I guess that was the good news, that it took all day. So it's like a party in the room there. Everyone's coming by saying hello, and I'm starving, and they won't let me eat because, I'm gonna have a baby, and so I'm not supposed to have anything in my stomach. So by the time they go to give me all of this stuff and give me the epidural, well, it makes me really sick. I don't have to give you all the details, but it was uncomfortable. It was traumatic. It was a traumatic experience. So all day long, and if you haven't gone into labor and they induce you, and they hit a point where they were like, we can either pump up the juice here, pump up the volume, or we're going to let you go to bed. And by then my mom had gotten there. I think it was like midnight. And they were like, well, let's just go for it. So they cranked it up. Whoa, I think we went from 0 to 60 in like 20 minutes. That was uncomfortable too. Ladies, if you can avoid that induction ceremony, I would suggest that. Anyways, I didn't even mean to film about this little birth story for Ginger. Because I just remembered that this was the day before was kind of the big day, and then she was born at like 1:30 at night, and that was exhausting. When she came out, she had actually been in there for kind of a while. We had a new doctor, bless him. I think it was like his second delivery ever. Because I had been living in Seattle, we moved to Tacoma midway through, and I had to get a new doctor, and because they didn't have anyone great available right away, I had to pick a guy that was in school, and he was fine, but he didn't really know what to do, and so he thought that we were in a better situation than we were, and so Ginger was not assisted out sooner than she should be. Anyway, she came out and wasn't really breathing, and that was a little scary. I didn't realize that right away. And so they were like this close to bringing in the emergency nursing team to get her. She was turning blue, and then she started kind of going. So I didn't actually get to hold her right away. And I think her daddy did. So that was pretty special. Miss Special Ginger. Anyway, so what do you get for the girl that's turning 11? You know what? She wants a cell phone, and we're just not there yet. And so to deflect the energy of her asking for the cell phone, because she was like, I want a watch, like an Apple Watch. I don't know what she's thinking. Like, I don't even own something like that. I was like, well, maybe we could get you like a Fitbit kind of thing. Fully not realizing that you have to have a phone to make that even work. So we have an iPad. I'm going to go into Target and kind of see what we have, because I promised sort of something like that. So now I have to see what the situation is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed Ginger's birth story. Whatever. You know what? This is, all women want to share their story. They do. It's just something that we want to do with other women. And so we're secretly waiting to run into pregnant women so that we can ask them how they're doing and then tell them our story. That's a bad joke. It's kind of half true though. If you've got a birth story, then you know that that's kind of half true. Or if you're pregnant right now and you've heard a ton of everyone's stories. All right, wrapping this up. On this Thursday, that I now realize it's Thursday, I just had a brain fart because I got to the Target parking lot. It stresses me out here. Okay, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Man, the sun. Okay, I got natural curl. But I'm telling you, I don't know if we just haven't had the sun out in a minute here in Washington, but it is brutal today. Like, oh my, at least twice when I was out driving, whoa, like that's a Washington thing too. You love the sun when it comes out, but when you're not expecting it, you're like, what the heck, where did you come from? Super annoying. Okay, bye.